punishment. I had to split wood logs with a metal wedge and a tiny ass. Whatever. A tiny hammer. And all I had to do was ping, ping. It was going bing, 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 bing. There. And look at me. Look at this fat. Do you think I have the oomph to whack it in there? I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. So that took hours. That took hours to just to get 2.5 done. I was there for like what, maybe 4, maybe 5 hours, and I only got 2.5 done. And my stomach wasn't happy, and it decided to how do I put this? It was trying to tell me to stop and actually start relaxing so my body wouldn't, give up. And, see, I didn't listen because, parents don't. See, my parents, when they're punishing me, they give me a punishment, they neglect me personally. So as long as the punishment is there, they'll be like, hey, screw you. So whenever I'm given a punishment, they don't care anything about me. They neglect me. I that's a type of parenting style for punishing. I get it, cause like, why would you punish a child and be like, oh, your back's hurting, I'm so sorry. No, I can understand where they're coming from. Like, don't baby the guy if they're in pain from the punishment. I can see where you're coming from, but on one hand, it kind of makes the child feel something. It kind of makes them feel like, do you not even care? Do you not even care what you're putting me through? You know how lazy I am. You know how out of health, how bad my health is. You know how out of shape I am. My health is probably close to death. I'm probably close to death right now. Who knows? Because I've been drinking nothing but pop for years straight. So who knows how much damage I've done to my liver and my kidneys, let alone my liver. See, you can live on one kidney. You got two, but you can live on one. If you have to have surgery on your liver, chances are there's nothing the doctors can do. You're gone. You're done for. And I've researched it, but pop can actually have a major effect on your liver. And I'm like, well, I've been drinking it for like 4 to 5 years straight, like nothing else but pop, for that long. Something's gonna happen. Like, there's no doubt about it. Some damage is done. Now, whether I'm just one of those immune to the symptoms, but it's like the problem's still there, but I'm just immune to the symptoms, so I won't be experiencing like the pain or whatever from like a bad liver or whatever. Well, who knows? We just never had the money to go see what's wrong with me, if there's anything wrong with me. That's the thing. You can have like the deadliest disease ever, but if you don't show any symptoms, no one's gonna care. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna pay attention. But now, if you start showing symptoms, then eventually everyone will be like, oh, so there is something wrong with you. So if I go to the doctors, I'm like, I'm just drinking 4 or 5 years worth of pop, and that's it. Just straight, just 4 or 5 years straight of just drinking nothing but pop. And the doctor's gonna look at me and be like, are you sure this is your son? Are you sure this is him? Are you sure this is him? Because he shouldn't be alive right now. He shouldn't be. So I'm lucky, I think. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been to the doctors to look for that, so. And, what else? There was something else. What else? There was something else I wanted to say, but I don't remember. I'm sorry. When I ramble on about something for so long, I totally forget the main topic of why I record or whatever. So, they got a bigger TV. We got a bigger TV in here now. So I guess that's something, right? And, I have my school computer right here. I'm not gonna show my grades because I don't know if that's something YouTube will allow or the school will. Because this is a different school. This is my 3rd week right now, so I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you what I have. I have English 3A, Geometry A, Economics and Financial Literacy, which is just one thing. And then Computer Basics, which I don't know what I'm doing with that class because, like, it's computer basics, and I know the basics of a computer, so you can't tell me what I don't know. And my last week attendance rate was a 97.7, means I'm here majority of the time. I also have astronomy, and I have art. My art and my geometry are my favorite ones because of the teachers. They're just really nice. Astronomy, she don't give two craps about me. She's like, do this. Oh, I'm sorry, you're dying? Yeah, go ahead, still do it. Because I didn't personally ask, but one of my classmates that I have no idea who, I don't even know him. Because the teacher said, this is due by tomorrow, you gotta do it. No questions asked. And then one of my classmates were like, well, I can't because I have something I gotta go do. Like, I gotta go, I don't know what they said, but it was, like, I understood how important this was. And I'm like, bro, you better give that student more time because that is important, okay? I don't, because this is a while back, like my first week, and I can't remember much from my first week. But I'm like, okay, this is a test of how good of a teacher you are. And she's like, it's due tomorrow. It's due tomorrow, get it done. I'm like, bro, you're really gonna neglect this student who's got something really important to go to, and yet you're gonna just tell him to do it anyway? Or her? I don't know who's he or she in this. I don't. And I'm like, why? Why did you do that? And then there's my art teacher who's awesomely nice because she said there was something due, and the student asked if she can get, because this was a she, because the voice, because she decided to use her mic to ask the question so I could hear her directly. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's obviously a girl. There's no way that's a man with a girl voice. Because it's more common for a girl to have a man voice than a man to have a girl voice. It's more common for vice versa. And then instead of anyway, I'm like, okay, what is she saying? And she's like, oh, I got something to do on that day. Can I have more time? And then she actually not only extended the time. She not only pushed back the due date for the student, but she pushed it back for all of us, giving all of us more time to do it. So I'm like, oh, alright, our teacher, I see how you is. And then my geometry teacher, she's nice, because she's been getting a hold of me through my phone, asking me how I'm doing in geometry, and I'm like, it's good so far. And it's really great. I mean, it's nice. I mean, everyone's having a good time. She's explaining things in depth enough for my stupid brain to understand smart stuff. Let's see here. And there's my English. Normally the English class would last about 30 minutes long, but today it was only 15 or 14. One of the two. It doesn't matter as long as it's either 14 or 15. And the only reason that is because the thing we click on to attend the live conference thing, so we can just talk to each other or whatever, sometimes it likes to act up, like there's audio bugs or there's visual bugs or whatever bugs there are. And there was 2 teachers. There's Miss Wolf and Miss Buckaloo. That's what we'll call them anyway. I mean, those are the most ridiculous names I could think of right now, so. And Miss Wolf was trying to read something to us because she volunteered to read something. And I'm like, okay, what's she reading? And she keeps glitching out, and I'm like, is it her or is it us? And then eventually it just kicks it, the whole thing kicks her out, and I'm like, oh. Well, and it kept happening so many times that the main teacher, Miss Buckaloo, was like, you know what? Class dismissed. I'm like, great. So that's that. Are you okay? Well, thanks for watching. I hope this edit works, like I hope I said it in the first part of this video. Toodaloo!